This is my August 11th update regarding my pepper patch, and it is following the day of the great windstorm of 2020 when we had winds up to 60 to 80 miles per hour roll through. I'll let you see what's left in terms of the current condition of the peppers, which have withstood that very well. Each of these groups of peppers are being grown in what's called an earth box. It is a long rectangular container in which I have 6 super hot peppers, 3 on each side. It has a 3-gallon reservoir in the bottom of it and wicks up to 2 different corners through potting mix. The plant that is on the right-hand side that is absolutely loaded with peppers is a Pimento dinade, and I'll probably slaughter some of these names, and that is crossed with a Douglas. It has a nice purple colored pod that has a little bit of thickness to the body of it. On the left side of the front box is a dark purple leafed plant that's very similar, but that is a Pimento dinade, which is crossed with an orange reaper. Now, if you look at the pods, these are also purple, but they're more tapered. Now, since I like that plant so much, and it does get quite large, has beautiful colors, I do have a second one planted right beside it. The back side of the pot here has one that a lot of people seem to be interested in. It is a purple reaper. And you can see these pods are just gorgeous. They start to get a purple color on them, and as they ripen up, they get that classic red coloration as they mature. On the back corner, this plant is just reaching for the clouds. It is enormous. And you'll see it's loaded with narrow tapered pods also. This was a 7-pot cross with a chocolate bubble gum. And the pods have a little bit of a wrinkled, almost raisin appearance to them, a very rich chocolate color. The plant that is kind of lost to the right of it is a Pimento dinade cross also, and it is crossed with Scotch bonnet and a 7-pot peach. Looking to see if I can find any pods on it. Yeah, just a few. Purple pods also, but not as long as on the other plants. And I will move to the next earth box. The middle earth box has 3 of the Ricotta Peppers from South America on the left-hand side, 2 of which are orange, and 1 is a mystery. I'll have to see what that actually turns out to be. But the leaves are just beautiful. They are being shaded in part from the peppers around them, and you'll notice that these particular plants withstand cold very well. They have gorgeous purple flowers on them, and they have not quite yet developed any pods. On the front right corner, there is a Big Mama crossed with a mustard habanero, and this plant has taken a little bit of a beating. Actually, I think I got this turned around. This is the Gator Jigsaw. And the Big Mama crossed with the mustard is the plant in the middle. And you can see that it has plenty of pods, but they are yet to color up. The plant in the back right is a purple UFO. About 8,000 on the Scoville scale, so if you're not into super hots, this is a nice one. It goes from purple to red as it matures, and almost an apple-like flavor to it. It's kind of a sweet one. Now I'm going to move to the last earth box. You can see that it has some very tall plants in it. In the front right corner of the box is a smaller plant. You can see that this is really more suited for a small container. And if you look at the pods, you're starting to notice a lot of resemblance between pods, but trust me, they are different. This is a cross between a Hot Rod Serrano and a Maui Purple, which gives it that nice purple variation on the color. The plant on the left of the front of the box is a Benny Highlands, and that is a type of habanero. Take a quick peek in here, and you can see that pods are starting to form. I don't think I have anything that has colored yet. Going around to the right side of the box, there should be a peach habanero in here. When the plants are planted as close as they are, sometimes pods start to get a little bit lost. And if I had to guess, that might be one of the pods. Once again, these will take just a little bit longer to ripen up. On the back right corner of this box, you notice that the plants, if we were to lift them up a little bit, you could start to see how jumbled these are, but here we go. The darker stem and the leaf that you see here, we could trace that in. And this is actually what is called a pink tiger crossed with a peach butte. And here we go. These peppers are just starting to color up, and they're going to be mottled in color. A little bit of gold in there, a little bit of purple right now. Just beautiful pods. On the back left corner, as I move around the box, there is a Pimento Dinati crossed with a butte, crossed with a 7-pot bubble gum. And the curious thing is that I have got 2 pepper plants coming out of the same hole where the seedlings were put in. So I'm going to guess and assume that this would be the variety that I'm just discussing. It's taking a little bit of a peach color. And if you'll notice, there's a little bit of red down there, and that is from the mystery plant. Now, these pods are very round. A little bit of convolution to the pod shape, and if you were to, maybe I can get this leaf out of the way. If you were to look at the top, there's not the traditional red calyx of a red bubble gum, but as you eat these pods, you could certainly pick up on the bubblegum flavor in the middle. So this is probably a cross of a bubblegum and some other form of pepper variety. The Amish Pimento is doing quite well in a 5-gallon crack key bucket. Starting to put on some pods, none of which have taken on the traditional red color yet. Those are a sweet, one of my favorite sweets. And the 14-gallon crack key units that are over here have a Carmen Italian pepper. And you could see that these pods are simply enormous. Very thick, very sweet, great for roasting. Those will mature to a red as well.